Good day, everybody. My name is Adam Hunt. I'm a sales rep for GenerVations. I'm a former professional cattle fitter and an official judge with Holstein Canada. We're here today at Bestleen Farms, owned by Chris and Brianne Brown, to bring you a short instructional video on how to successfully market your animals on social media. When you're getting ready to do photography and short videos on your heifer or cow, pick a nice spot on the farm with level ground and a decent background scenery. A fence, trees, garden, so on. Try to avoid being around moving equipment or close to a road with loud vehicles going by, and so on. Also pay attention to what kind of lighting you're dealing with. When you're doing photos or videos on a bright sunny day, you're going to want the sun to be behind you, not in front of you. That way you won't get the wrong shadows and hiding the good parts of the animal. You want bright light to work with. A softer light early in the morning or late afternoon probably works the best. Now you've got your spot set up and your time of day sorted out and so on, you also want to have the animal ready. This is a lot like getting an animal ready for a show. It's probably best that you treat it as such, as if you were getting ready for a show. Have them full of feed, have them have their drink of water, their regular daily grain, and have them be full and comfortable so that they behave the best they can for you. Also good to have a fair amount of help. This will take 2 to 3 people to do it properly. So we'll start with doing a still photograph of a cow or heifer. So we're in a spot here, we have level ground. The calf has had her feed for the morning. She's had her grain, she's had her water. She's fairly presentable. She has some feed in her stomach, so she's got a little bit of pop to her frame, so to speak. We'll start first by placing the feet just as if a professional photographer would. You want to be able to see all 4 feet in a photo to give a 3-dimensional effect. We'll start by putting the front feet first. The foot that's closest to the photo, to the photographer, you want the leg to be straight up and down. Not leaning ahead, because that'll hide the heart. Not pointing back, because that'll hide the chest and make the body look short. I'm really picky, and I'm going to move this foot ahead about 1/2 inch. I'll just do the feet, okay, man? This is about perfect for what you want for the front end. You want to be able to see the inside of the far foot with some separation to show some chest width and some balance. The back leg, you want this line of the back leg to be straight up and down. Not too far back to stretch her out, and not too far forward to shorten her up. Okay, so that's pretty good. For the placement of the camera, it's probably best to get the most effective of a good view to have the person in the camera in line with the hook bones of the calf. It gives a much better perspective than any other spot. If you're too far back, you make the front end look small. If you're too far forward, it puts all the focus on the front. You want to have a good balance of subject matter for the photograph. You want a perfectly straight top line. If you have all 4 of the feet placed properly, it will help a great deal with this. This calf is very well made, has great conformation. This is an easy calf to photograph. Not every calf will be this easy. She's got slope from hook to bend. She's got a hard loin. She's showing us a lot of balance. This is going to be a good picture today. Now that you've got your picture taken, here comes the fun part. It's amazing the things you can do on these iPhones and Samsungs and so on with editing. You can crop the picture, take out all the extra space you don't need to make the animal look bigger. You can change the lighting to brighten it up. You can change the angle of it to straighten it, to make the ground look more level, if you need to. There's different filters. You can make it in black and white, change the tone of the picture. You can make highlights, play with the definition and the shadows. You can see every little thing here. You slide the ruler back and forth, you can change different parts of the picture to brighten it up and really make that animal pop off the screen. You can play with color saturation. Sharpness, definition. And a vignette changes the edges of the picture. So these are things you can just play around with until you find what you think makes the picture look the best before you post it. The 3/4 rear view picture is a great way to show off an animal, especially a milking cow that has a beautiful rear udder. For a 3/4 rear view picture, there's a few fundamentals that are the same as the side profile picture. You want to be able to see all 4 feet with some minor differences here. The front feet, you want them wide and straight across from each other to show width of chest. The rear feet, same. Straight across from each other to show squareness and balance. And you want to make sure you get your rear legs, rear view set straight to try to hide that fall if it exists. You want to be able to see the turn of the rib and the width of chest. So set your camera up in such a way at about waist height so you can see all 4 feet, some extension to the head and neck with the head turned a little bit this way just to make that neck look a little bit longer, with the nose turned a little bit so not to have a kink in the neck to shorten the neck up. Straight top line, wide front legs, square rear feet. We'll show you the finished product. When taking your video of your animal you're potentially selling or entering in an online show, have the camera at waist height, and you only need 5 to 6 really good steps to get a successful video. Have the patience to take a few, 10, even a dozen short videos in order to get the one you want. Have the camera at waist height and with a steady hand, and follow the calf along as she takes her nice short steps, and have the show person lead them just as they would in a show ring. So if you take your time and do it correctly and put the work into it, this is a great way to market animals online. Have the time allotted to do the job, and have the patience to work with the calf and get what you need. What we did here today took us about an hour to get the few short clips and photos that we showed to you throughout this video. It may take longer, you may get lucky and maybe a little quicker, but give yourself that time to show the calf off to the best of its ability. You do all these things that we instructed you to in this video, you should find yourself successful at marketing and showing online your heifer or cow.